Pip guy.
bro, for sure, bro.
I think Mr. Pip is so good. I don't even know what makes it good. I just like that it has a different name or whatever. I'm a
I'm
poser.
different.
I don't know.
I'm different.
Yeah, I'm just different. I like to be edge. I'm edgy. So if another flavor that tastes exactly like Dr. Pepper, I think it's just less carbonated or something.
Bro. I mean, Pip is good, bro, but nothing suits a nice cold DP, bro. Yeah.
Double penetration.
Hey.
No, no. You mean Dr. Pepper? Oh, my bad. Yeah, Mr. Pip. I just think it's less carbonated and just a fuckload more sugar. I don't know. Either way, Dr. Pepper, a doctor probably is a lot more healthier than just some dude named Mister. It's probably like a pedophile or something. I don't know. He's only at like Taco Bell's. No, he's at Taco Palenques. He's never anywhere else. You never find him anywhere else.
Hey, that's
Except
not
at
you
the
there,
movie
Chipotle.
theaters. Weird.
Chipotle.
What's up? Welcome back. It's Sunday night. You're here with the Average Boys podcast. It's your boy Crispy, and I am here joined by my homie David from the Adam Collections. David, what is up, my dude? Thank you for coming back on the show. The boys are always busy doing their drinking things and bartending and doing work and stuff. So
they're living life.
Yeah, man. I gotta I'm hitting you up most of the time to come on the show. I'm just gonna end up making you just a regular average boy, man. It's gonna happen. You're just gonna be an average. You're not gonna be an average, dude. You're like 18 feet tall, dude. You're like above average, dude. You're like above average. You're way than above average. How's everything going?
Oh, good, bro. I had a pretty good event up there in San Rio.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, San Rio popped off this past weekend. It was in what, Mission?
It was on Mission, Texas, fucking Bryan Road, the Boys and Girls Club, right? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, there's also a big ass the CERN building or Scene building or something like that.
Creed. Was it Creed, right? It was Creed when I was here.
CERN building. Seed building.
Oh, Seed.
It's supposed to be like a think tank place with like technology and like I don't see technology. I just see it like as a cool library or whatever with some cool shit in it. But yeah, dude. So how did it go overall, man?
So I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, and I'm not one to talk up someone's stuff. It was busier than I thought, which is good, right? But I was not mentally prepared to deal with as many people as it was. I think they put like a video that's like 2,000 plus people. I didn't do a count, bro. I can tell you that I went to go catch some air outside, just because you know how it is, bro. It gets real smoggy and stuff.
Just outside, bro. Deodorant, man. That's what it is.
Never deodorant, bro. So fucking, I'm out there for 10 minutes, bro. Maybe 8 minutes. And like 36 people walked in, and like 10 people walked out because I'm weird like that. I count, and I was like, "Fuck! Can y'all just slow the fuck down for 2 minutes?" Like,
hey, but that's good. Like, I mean, the scene for like vending and conventions and all this other stuff. I mean, not conventions, but like vending and events and stuff. It's been kind of like on the trickle. So I don't know what it was. I kind of like I thought it wasn't going to be too crazy, but everybody was saying that it ended up being pretty good. Yeah. What do you think it was, man? What do you think it was? I mean, we always talk kind of like business, you and I. So like, this is a really great opportunity for us to say, okay, like it's the same thing. It was like GhibliCon, same people that run GhibliCon, Margaret and Ruth, right? They were out there doing their thing. GhibliCon was adequate. It was pretty good. They did all right. I don't think it was this big, but this one really did more. What's up, Rob? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. I don't think it was this big, but I mean, what do you think is that made it bigger?
So like, I took my niece. So my niece, she's senior year in high school. Just want to get her some skills. I haven't been there for 2 years, bro. So I wanted to get her into, customer service, vending, transferable skills she can use in life, right? Mm-hmm. And she said one of the biggest things is that particular genre, bro. Now, obviously, like my age and your age, because we're 21. And change.
Yeah, I'm fucking 13.
Yeah, so apparently I didn't know San Rio is part of the Hello Kitty world bullshit stuff. Like I didn't know that shit, bro. Just
yeah, actually, San Rio is I think the name of the store. Yeah. There's an actual like store that's like Claire's Boutique, I guess you could say, based all on the Hello Kitty trend and all that stuff from Japan. It's called San Rio, so that's where they got the name and all the stuff from, right?
Yeah, so I think it's just that genre, bro. I think just because, like, I think like United, and I've always had this discussion with you, man. Like, I feel like people that are our age have to second guess when they're buying like a $40 pop, $100 comic book, you know.
Mm-hmm.
These kids, not only say fucking kids, right? Because they're fucking paying these younger adults between the ages of 17 and 22, where they need to be, are spending their money and they're spending it on things that they like. So I just think they did a good job hitting that market. I'm jealous because I can't hit that market at all. You know, I made some sales, I got some likes, some Instagram follows and stuff. So I did what I could there with my hustling, but I just think they did a really good job getting into that market. Now it's going to be up to them how they grow that particular market and
sharing the niche and stuff, getting it going. Because it's like, what do you do? Like GhibliCon was it was a mid event. Like they had a good enough amount of people. Maybe they could have done a little bit better, but like this event, just like Margaret's events as usual with like PokeFest and stuff, I think since it's synonymous with such a huge IP, you get a lot of people, of course, like family oriented people that want to just show up to this stuff. You know, like I believe they did like a Sailor Moon event a while back, and the Sailor Moon one didn't pop off as much. And I think because that's very niche. I mean, it's like if I was gonna run a, I don't know, like a Street Sharks event. Like I don't think a lot of people would be like, oh, badass Street Sharks. But like if I was to do a Transformers event or a Hot Wheels event, I think that would be way bigger than those two IPs, just because it's just more popular, I guess you could say. That would be like a DBZ event compared to like Saint Seiya. Saint Seiya is really popular in Mexico, but like in our general region, I don't think it's as popular as Dragon Ball Z. But if you do a Dragon Ball Z event, I think a lot of people will just show up and it'll pop off just based on the factor of it being Dragon Ball Z. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just Dragon Ball Z. So like I wonder, man, I didn't know like Hello Kitty had like that kind of pull, if that's the case.
I didn't know they had that kind of pull here, bro. Like at least,
yeah, you know what I mean. Like I understand girls like it. Like that's not even an issue. Like that's the whole thing. Is it's like a female, you know, Barbie kind of like aesthetic, pinks and all of like the Easter colors and stuff like that. But like, dang, dude, it was busy, man. But then, in the same factor too, do you think community-wise Mission is like one of those places that's very starved of events and outgoing things for families?
I think maybe because obviously we know what Harlingen is. We know how McAllen is, right? McAllen's there. We got Edinburgh with the United. I think Mission is a good place to host events. I think it's just who wants to own that market. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Whether it's going to be a sports show or it's going to be the Sanrio kind of younger anime crowd. I will put this out there, bro, because I'm not going to lie, I was upset, bro. But I had one vendor come with an attitude because apparently I was in their spot and shit. So, and the dude had a big fucking like fuck you attitude, and it took everything in my professional courtesy to not be me, you know.
What happens in those kind of situations? Because that's kind of interesting. Like you run a spot, and all of a sudden you're kind of like, oh, well, you're in my spot and all this, but it doesn't matter. You're in a big fucking gym. Yeah, like it doesn't matter who the fuck spot you're in anyways. But tell me, like, so how did that all pop up? Because that's kind of, I think that's funny. So fuck that dude. If you're watching, dude, that was fucking dumb as shit.
Bro, if he's out there listening or someone tags him, this is the right way to handle it, bro. Like, you don't come and puff your chest and be like, you're in my spot. You're going to fucking move.
My spot.
I'm like, dude, all right. I was like, are you sure? Like, I'm in your spot? Because obviously, you know, I got with Margaret before and they had to renumber some stuff. And I said, you know what? I'll move. But I wanted to wait for Ash and my niece to get back because they went to go grab some chairs or whatever.
Yeah.
And what's it called? Which I could have, like, you know, Shane and Nathan were there, you know, helping out with the event. Cool dudes and stuff. And they were like, we'll help you out. But I just wanted the guy to sweat a little bit, bro. I'll be transparent. You know what I mean? I want him to sweat a little bit because at the end of the day, bro, like, I don't care. Wherever I go, I'm going to hustle my hardest to make money. Front, back, restroom, whatever. I don't really give a fuck, you know? But, like, the dude was just making it a big deal. Then when we finally, Margaret's like, I'll move you over here. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to wait for them to get here. And the guy's like, no, I'll take this one. And I'm like, dude, like, if that's the case, why'd you get all mad in the beginning? You know, like I don't understand why you had to, like, kind of be an asshole. Like, this just makes no sense, bro. Like, you just adapt to it. We're businesses. It doesn't matter.
Was he just being a jerk? Is that what it was?
I don't know, bro. I think maybe he had a bad morning. I mean, that's something I can assume. You know what I mean? But
sucks to be short, man.
Yeah, dude. But at the end of the day, like, don't come across as an asshole, bro, because you're gonna piss off Margaret. You're gonna piss off me. Yeah. Then I'm gonna say it on a podcast. You know,
yeah, like, and then I'm gonna call you a little dick.
Bro, like,
I'm call you a tiny wiener, dude.
It just doesn't make any sense, bro. But I mean, hopefully that guy did good. I mean, he packed up early, so I'm assuming he did good. Okay. I know I did good, you know. But it's like what I was telling Margaret. Like, like I was kind of a dick. Like I told Margaret the truth, but he was also being a dick back, bro. Like, like fuck, like
yeah.
But
It's not because I mean Margaret handles business very well. She doesn't put up with a lot of people's bullshit, and that's why I'm always digging Margaret, man. She puts people on that accountability shit. So like in this situation, like it's more on Margaret because she has to deal with like all of those situations, right?
Yeah.
And the guy just chose to take it out on the people that were attending and tried to like you said, he's trying to act all hard and shit with his fucking his Sketcher Velcro shoes or whatever and his fucking shorts.
Calm and collected, bro. That's it.
Yeah, man. But overall, how did you like the event? Overall, how did you do? What did you think could have been better if there was a better? And how do you think it did bad in a way?
I think bad wise, I would just say like the flow of traffic, like where they have the maid cafe and food, because food was a big hit there too. Like once they can figure out how to move that traffic through, it's gonna be fucking great.
Pretty good.
If they keep the momentum going. Personally, we did pretty good. We made about over $800 that night or that day, so it was a good event. I didn't really have things particularly pertained to Hello Kitty, but I had like anime, like Naruto stuff, so I dumped all my doubles. I pretty much paid for that lot of the pops, pretty much like $4.50 a pop. So anything above $4.50, sorry you guys out there that paid $25 and I gave you a deal. My cost was low, but I pumped out a good amount of merchandise, sold some good comics. We did a custom built for pins, bro. So like, Ashley made these pins, right? And she sold out of the pins, and somebody's like, I really want a pen. So my dumbass way of making money, I'm like, we can custom make a pen for you right now. You pick everything.
You're like, we got you,
bro. That shit actually hit, bro. I want to say we did at least $300 in pens, bro.
Damn,
that's $6 a pen, bro.
Jesus Christ,
bro. Fucking pens.
It's like the little kid that's like, Jesus Christ,
bro. For sure, bro.
The little meme and shit.
I think that's cool, and I know for a fact, just like everything else we do in life, bro, there'll be people that are gonna copy it.
Yeah, I mean that's just the fucking way it goes.
Though. I know where it started.
It's so, man, dude, fuck, it's so crazy how that goes. Where like you see one person at an event, bring in some kind of cool like niche or whatever, and then by the next event, man, the Valley's real fucking oh, what up, bro? Like, goddamn, dude. They see you doing something and they see you're successful, and they're like, we're gonna do that shit next time too. Let's go ahead and put some fucking lights on it, dude. Let's fucking put some glitter. Yeah, let's put some fucking glitter or some shit on it, right? And there's a lot of motherfuckers like that. Puro fucking chismosos and copiers and fucking just shitting on everybody else's success, dude. Like, but that's why I'm always telling people. I always tell people, make sure you got a skill, dude. You got to have a real fucking skill. Because if you don't have a skill, then fuckers like that just copy you, man. 100%. So you may find a quick niche, but if you ain't coming up with something that's a little bit better of an idea, then people are going to jack your shit, man.
All day,
but I'm glad you did good. I'm glad everything worked out really well. I'm happy the event popped off really well. I know my friend, our good friend Ham was out there, Ham's Arcade.
Yeah, Ham was out
there. He said it was pretty good too. A lot of people, I got like the hiccups, man. I just ate some fucking food real quick, just sparked it down just so I could have some nourishment in me to stay alive. But yeah, man, that's really good. Proud of you guys, man. This week was pretty good. I started my new job. I'm working at a company called IHC Suspensions, and they're a huge company that makes drop kits, lowering kits for trucks. Like you see all those badass like Nuevo Leon trucks that are like, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, that's all I could think of. Nuevo Leon, man. But what's crazy is like the cars or the suspension kit that these guys make. Usually when you do that to a vehicle, the suspension kit kind of messes up your ride. So like it kind of like shoves the wheels out. Like, so the wheels kind of like stick out a little bit, like at an angle, or sometimes like the wheels will open up like when you're driving this way. And the suspension kit that these guys made a couple of years ago, like it drops it down, but it maintains your wheel suspension. It maintains your wheel adjustment. And this thing is like worldwide, dude. Like I didn't even know we had that in the Valley. That's what's even crazier is I didn't know we had that type of product in the Valley. And these guys, a friend of mine recommended me, and they called me up and they were like, hey, we're looking for a video photographer guy to kind of run our social medias and make advertisements and graphics design and all this stuff. What do you got? And I showed up confident, dude. I showed up confident the way I always am, just straight. Yo, what's up? And these guys were like, we think you're amazing for this team. So everything went really well, positive. I feel real good about this job. it's an 8 to 5 again, so it feels nice. And then, of course, going right back to the gym, I got to work with Eric Lozano this week, who has a fight coming up on Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He'll be fighting under the Mike Perry card. He's a man from here in Ed Couch, Elsa, originally born here, now lives up in Michigan. Got to do some sessions with him, mitts, and just discussing on strategy of striking and boxing and all this stuff, breaking some stuff down, and had a really great time with him. And wish him the best of luck. He's 40, dude, and he's out there still banging, bro. Like out there still throwing fucking, and he fights bare knuckle. Fights bare fucking knuckle, dude. How crazy is that? That guy's a legend, man. A legend. So yeah, I had a pretty good week. And then today, got to go out and practice some drone flying stuff. I was supposed to meet up with some guys from down here. Shout out to Mike and all the dudes, Chris and Greg and all those guys from the FPV group down here. Been helping me out really well. Just, tips and tricks kind of stuff on FPV stuff. Then of course, shout out to Steve FPV. That guy kind of got me set up. That dude is from Salem, Massachusetts, right? Is that fucking witch place?
And shit? Yeah, fuck yeah, bro.
Dude, that's where he's from. Yeah, that was like the moment he said that shit, I was like, oh man, this dude's from the witchy place.
Fucking hocus pocus, bro.
Hocus pocus, baby. Shout out to Steve. Got me set up with a badass little Paco, my Pavo Pico. So I got that in the mail. I just got to bind it up, and yeah, man, just getting my media stuff ready and up so that way I could, produce some really fun stuff for this company I'm going to be working for. Had the opportunity to work on some edits and stuff this past week, and just really excited, really, really excited. I found a career that goes with something that I really enjoy and that I want to keep and that I want to kind of like settle on, man. Like I want to do this for long term. So, I want to be able to do some really cool shit and produce some really great things to make the company and the Valley proud, man. Show them what we got and shit. That's so hopefully great, that works, man. If not, the hand jobs in back of Walmart or whatever, fucking $5 hand jobs and shit. What's up? What's up, Mike? What's up,
my brother?
Straight up, brother. Straight up. You know what's up. I know what's up. Good to see you. Good to see you, Mike. But yeah. It was a good week, man. It was a good week. And I'm really proud that you got the opportunity to go out to San Rio and smash, dude. Smash that fucking stuff. But I think like now it's like now that you had the opportunity to see that event, like what are you going to do next time to be more mentally prepared for that? Like, cause we got people out there that listen that, go to vendors and go to events and, they listen because they want to hear about like, okay, cool. Like, well, let me see what David does. So we could get that idea when we go, because I've always told you, you're like a numbers guy, man. Like you strategically go to an event and then you leave and you're like, okay, what am I going to do for the next event? Right. Yeah. So sure. What would you prepare for the next San Rio? Like, would you uptake the more like Hello Kitty stuff, or would you just would you kind of do what you're doing right now, but just take more inventory on the rig?
I would 100%, bro. Take out, I had 8x10s or whatever, like some Kane 8x10s. I would dump those, keep the comics because, and I would double invest in the pins because the thing is like, I'm a salesman, bro, and I would fuck these guys up. So like those young couples that would go together, I'd be like, don't you guys want to customize a pen for your first outing? Your first San Rio? Oh, bro, I like that, dude. Every chick would look at the dude, and the dude would look at me like, you motherfucker.
You motherfucker. Yeah, dude.
Make fucking pens, bro.
Fucking business psych right there, dude. Get the woman to get it, and the guy has to follow, dude. 100%, bro. That is smart, dude. That is really fucking smart.
So I would double down on that. And my niece, like, she helped me out. I feel real bad, bro, because she worked like 14 hours, which is like Mike's daughter or whatever. And definitely for next time, I would budget myself to be able to pay her a little bit more. But I would maybe reduce some of the pops a little bit. But I mean, it worked out for me for Firewise, but I would double down on the pens, bro. I think it's a really good experience.
Okay.
Definitely the pen thing, bro. Like that kind of shocked me. So we're going heavy on that. I might even try to get one of the craft tables for STX, where I've never done a craft table. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But like the margins there, it's there. If you word it correctly and sell it correctly, bro, you're fucking in, bro.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You, bro. Give it like 2 weeks from this podcast, bro, and you're gonna see that shit.
100%. I think it'll pop, and it's probably something you can add to your inventory there at work, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It's like for some reason, like how like when you go to those farmer market things, and there's that one lady that's selling like the fucking cheerleader bows, and it's popping, bro. It's a line of just like single white ladies, dude, just buying that shit.
Fucking
And you're like, the
bows.
fuck, dude? Or the one lady that makes reefs, dude, like for no reason, like, but just lines of people. And you're like, how? What the fuck am I missing? Like, that's weird shit. And it works. It just fucking works. So yeah, man, that's super good. I'm glad that. Well, that's cool. Like that's interesting. But I gotta ask you something because I do, of course, go to events and we usually have a table also. What are your go-to snacks, dude, to survive like an entire fucking day, bro? Because like I've heard people come in and they're like, they sit there and they're like, oh man, Chris, you got twin snake gummies, dude. Like I didn't bring anything. And I'm like, here, take some sweet snakes, bitch. Like, don't bother me or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? But like, what's your go-to? Because like me, big ass jug of water, come in with like 2 breakfast tacos, an energy drink. And everyone's like, oh, I got to go get in line. And I'm like, I brought my own shit, bitch.
You're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked, man. What's your go-to for like snacks and stuff?
So the heavy part, bro, is a good breakfast. So you got to go 2 bacon, egg, and cheese tacos with extra bacon.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
And then you do a monster, even though they're not supposed to. OG monster green. And then I personally, bro, I go like a big red in a water, and then maybe like some Doritos.
Oh, that's right. You're a big red guy.
I'm a big red guy, bro. So I get big red water and some Doritos, and then I just kind of get whatever is there, like pizza, hot dogs, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I try not to eat during the events, bro, because it's a cost. It costs money.
Oh,
you know
dude,
I mean?
yeah, man.
So
like a burger's like $12, dude, and it's like.
Bro.
It's like fucking baseball food. Like, no, man. It's like bleacher food. No, for $12, bro.
It's a heavy breakfast, bro, and you try to just make that shit last to the end of the day.
Yeah, because you don't ever want to get stuck in a situation where you're running your booth and you want to go eat and you got to take off and you got nothing, bro. Like you gotta take your whole squad with you and you just leave all your shit there. Mm-hmm. Like it always feels the worst, dude, when you like need to take off. Yeah. But it happens, dude. I ain't gonna lie, it fucking happens. But yeah, my go-to is kind of like the same. I don't do cheese. No. I usually will not do anything dairy-wise because from being in sports and all that shit, like 100% like that makes you shit. Yeah, makes you shit. So I don't ever want to shit at a convention. Like I'm either in a costume or just surrounded by people that I'd rather slap all day than fucking hang out with. So I don't want to be in a stomach where I got the bubbly guts, you know what I mean? Like, so I'll make it very simple. Like, egg is fine. I know that egg isn't a very like important, like, eat some eggs before you go for a jog and shit. No, you don't do that either way. But like, I can get away with eating like an egg and bacon without the cheese, or sometimes just a regular, like a bean and cheese and bacon. Like I could do cheese with beans by itself. Yeah. But I'll do 2 of those, but it'll take me a minute to eat it though. Like I'll eat it more, like I'll get at the event at like 10 and I'll eat it like at noon or at 1. Okay. So like I'll really stretch those tacos out. So I'll use that for like my breakfast and maybe lunch, or sometimes just my lunch. Mm-hmm. But the first thing I'm smashing out is my energy drink. So I'm usually hitting like a Red Bull, or usually I stick with Mountain Dew Kickstart. So I go with that. Yeah.
Which one?
I do the purple. I like the purple. Yeah, purple trank, boy. I'm from the hood, man. I'm from the hood. So I do purple grape soda. Yeah, I do that all the time. It's because it reminds me of Pitch Black. Pitch Black was the Mountain Dew energy drink that was grape soda, and that was really good. And the purple energy drink is the only one that comes close to it now. And then sometimes I'll do the orange, but the purple one's my favorite. Yeah. But after that, it's like a fuckload of gummy bears, dude. Like I'm talking like a 4-pound bag of gummy bears, sugar-free, diuretics, dude. Just shitting everywhere and just having diabetes attacks and sugar. Like, yeah, I'm just sticking with gummies and that. The ones that are like the worst to do are the chamoy ones, the ones they sell there. Oh, but they're so fucking good though, man.
Nah, bro. I eat one and I'm fucked, bro.
Yeah, dude, stomach is just gurgling and just, oh man, it's the worst. But everybody does a fantastic job on how they make it. The ones that have been tripping me out are the dry freeze or the freeze dried. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, man, the Skittles ones are good, man. Yeah, have you seen, because they're starting to sell them now commercially at like Stripes and Circle K's and El Tigres. Yeah. Yo, but a bag of that shit is $9. $9. Why is it so much? Why?
Yeah, more than fucking gas, bro. Fucking gas is $2.73. I just put fucking nuts, 18 gallons right now, bro. Fuck that.
Yeah, but the fries candies, fried
dry freeze.
Freeze dried candies, such a tongue twister. Freeze dried candies are so cool on the way that they're coming up. There's been a couple of YouTube channels I used to watch, and there was this guy that would make, I don't want to say Jolly Ranchers. Yeah, I think it was Jolly Ranchers. He would freeze dry Jolly Ranchers, and some of them would mess up and pop and crack, so he wouldn't want to sell them, or he made too many. So what this guy did, which was a fantastic idea, is he took the broken ones and messed up ones and crushed them all up into like a powder and used them as like a seasoning. Oh, and I was like, dude, that's really good. That's a great like for ice cream.
Yeah, multi-purpose, bro.
Fucking yeah, man. Bro. I'll fucking put that shit on eggs. I'll put it on fucking fajita. I don't give a fuck, dude. It's hard to stop me from taking sugar in. So yeah, I'll fucking kill myself if I had that shit. But yeah, that was a freeze-dried stuff is probably I think that's gonna be like the next pop-off at events. Yeah. That's gonna be the next like, oh, everybody that sells candies is gonna be selling freeze-dried. But
I don't want to be that guy, bro. I don't want to plug Mad Mario in. He's my boy. Motherfucker got some good freeze dry shit, bro.
Does he already have some?
Mad Mario. He has like a formula, bro. Cause I went to the gun show.
Nice.
He was there, and he's like, bro, try this piece. Motherfucker gets me every time, bro. To spend
no one in the community, in the vending community hustles like Mad Mario, dude.
Bro, straight up, bro.
No one, dude. I tell people every time, dude.
He's fucking, when you see him, bro, be like, hey, David told me about this free dried shit, and
he's like, here, let me take you to the back. Let me take you to the back.
Yeah, he does, bro. Yeah, like, come back here. Come
over here. Let me show you. And he opens up and he's got a mobile home and shit. He's got an old trailer in the back of his fucking vending unit. The dude's a baller, bro. He shows up. He's got all his like little Lego customs that he makes, and he's got all his woodwork, and then he's got all his Gajupan and like claw games, and like the dude's he's a baller 100% of the time, dude. Such an awesome dude too. Like he comes in and he's just about that lifestyle. That would be like technically like a professional vendor. 100%. Like I that's very hard to say. Like someone that's like, it's him and that weird dude that sells like fucking rocks or whatever. Like the crystals guy. Yeah, that guy. Like those two dudes, like they bank, dude. And I don't even know why people buy rocks from people like that. Like it's like, bro, go outside. They're in your yard. Like
for free.
For free, dude. You don't have to go nowhere, man. But yeah, Mad Mario's he's a G, man. He's a super G. But yeah, got to get that gold, baby. Got to get that gold. We're going to jump right into our first type of conversation. And if anybody's out there and you want to jump in, make sure you jump in the comment sections. But, David, I got to go on your podcast a couple of days ago. Had a good time. We talked some shit and dropped some big bombs and stuff. And it was really, really fun. We got to talk about that you're going to have a special guest this coming week. Lucky you get Ramsey Ramirez on the show, man. My boy. I love him. You're going to have him on the show this coming week. So, guys, don't forget next Friday. Ramsey Ramirez on Adams Collections podcast. Don't forget. What, 7? 7 p.m., right?
8
7 8?
No,
you go to 8?
8 to 9.
8 to 9 p.m. 8 to 9 p.m. You guys heard it here first. Second first.
Second first.
Yeah, second first.
First time
today. First on a Sunday. But yeah, guys, don't forget Ramsey Ramirez is going to be on the show next week with Adam Collections on Friday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Don't miss it. They're gonna do crazy stuff. I already know it. They're gonna talk some fucking upcoming stuff. He'll drop some secrets, and that's how Ramsey works. He's like, you know what? Easter egg, dude. I rented Mars for the whole event. I'm gonna bring the planet Mars down, dude. The moon, I'm gonna have a bus. I got Elon Musk to ship people out there, dude, and we're gonna go to the moon. Yeah.
Limited to 10 tickets.
Limited to 10 people. It's gonna be wild. I already know Ramsey's gonna do some crazy shit. But yeah, getting into our first conversation. Last week we went or this past week I was on your show and we talked about one of the interesting events, interesting things that was going on in the film industry with Marvel, actually. Apparently Kevin Feige came out and said they're cutting some of the fat of some of the stuff that's been going on in film with Marvel. And it's because he says it's been oversaturated. In the first two films, bless his soul, Ant-Man and Captain Marvel. So these two series, of course, first Ant-Man, probably one of the favorites out of the two. Paul Rudd is interesting fellow. I always told Ramsey he looks just like the guy.
Fucking Paul Rudd.
Yeah, Paul Rudd, he really does. I'm not even kidding, dude. You ever look at Ramsey, you look at Paul Rudd, you're gonna be like, holy fuck, these guys look so much alike. I think he's probably one of the crowd favorites. Ant-Man, the character himself, he does very, very well. Captain Marvel, shit character. Like, I don't even think she should have got a movie, but they made it. And the first one was mid. It was okay. It was fun. I think in the time frame that they dropped that movie, wrong time. I think if they would have dropped it in the originals, if these people had that originally in the plan for the Marvels movie to have her in it during like Captain America, Iron Man, all the first movies that came out, Black Panther and all that stuff, I think it would have been very, very well. I think it would have worked. I think it would have worked better. But since it was released towards the ending of phase 3 into Endgame, because they needed to introduce Captain Marvel, because she was going to make an entrance to that movie and be like the fucking best thing since the Q-tip or sliced bread or whatever. They had to like shoehorn her in, and they just threw her movie in there. And a lot of people are like, the fuck is this crap? But the first movie was okay. It was fun. Brie Larson, nothing against her. She did a great job. I love her and Scott Pilgrim. Also in Godzilla with Loki. Tom Hiddleston, like they've done some good shit together in Kong Island. I think that was a movie they did. Yeah. But Ant-Man and Captain Marvel movies, like, yeah, I think the movie's oversaturated. I think there's a couple of key elements that every phase needs to pay attention to, especially for the overarching story that they need to stick to. And maybe use the shows to kind of elaborate more on the extra stuff that you might want to push on. But like the stuff that's not important, like I don't think you should need to put it out there. I think there's that like cash grab when shit starts to go sour, or you get your Ryan Coogler or your Sam Raimi or Taika Waititi that you're like, it'd be really cool if we had these guys make a movie. Like, let's let them have one or whatever. Like, yeah, that's fine. But like, I think it's oversaturated. So like, again, when Kevin Feige and Bob Iger came back and all that shit, they were talking about we need a quality over quantity. Mm-hmm. So I think that's like the biggest reason why Ant-Man and Captain Marvel got cut. Dave, what's your take on all this, man?
I think I was a big fan of the first Ant-Man personally. It's like, to me, it's one of my favorites. I don't think they should have gone maybe. And I mean, I'm over here double backing. Maybe their original plan was every character at least get one movie, and then you know what they did good? Let's do 2 or 3. Could have Ant-Man not had a movie? Yeah. Could Captain Marvel not have a movie? Possibly, but they should have maybe just done one and done. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, like if they're still making money, they're gonna produce as many as they can until they're like, okay, we're done with this IP. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're gonna beat the shit out of it, right?
Every fucking day, which is a business sense. Okay, it makes sense, but for the quality and overall, now they're like, oh, you know what? I know we made these 3 movies for Ant-Man, but fuck you on 4. You know what I mean? And like, what could Ant-Man 4 be? I mean, they didn't really leave it to, like a big ass, like we're gonna lead into this or whatever. Just the whole Doctor Strange scene and everything. But I mean, I think it's a smart decision. Now, if they decide to utilize that time for something else better, they have to deliver. Have to.
Yeah, most def. Yeah, they can't go off and cut this. Well, like in a point, right? Yeah, because it's like, okay, let me ask you something. If they were, what else should they cut?
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like Ant-Man and Captain Marvel are just the surface level. Mm-hmm. Like I'm still thinking like they didn't need to bring in the Young Avengers without a plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would cut that fucking Agatha, bro. I don't think
Agatha's trash.
I don't see an ROI. I don't see a return of investment. You know what I mean?
Yep, not at all.
Moon Knight season 2. I think season 1 just did a good cliffhanger. Like just like one and done. If they go into Midnight Suns like they say they are, then okay, that makes sense, right? But when you go into that phase of Marvel, you're getting to that darker blade, darker. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, kind of like to push against the envelope. Where would you put in the overarching story of what we're going for like Secret Wars and stuff? Mm-hmm. Where do you see Midnight Suns even being a reason to have them introduced right now? Because that's like its own arc, like its own Secret Wars. You know what I mean? The Midnight Suns story, because the breakdown of the secret of Midnight Suns is like Mephisto or the devil or someone comes out of hell and takes over a small country, or like Vegas, or they do something and they start to conquer the world, and the Avengers themselves aren't spiritual except for Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. So he needs to like work with, fucking Dr. Voodoo and all these different like spell casting villains, you know what I mean? Like Ghost Rider and and Maelstrom and like all these dudes. Even Wolverine, fuck that dude. Like just he's got knives, bro. Like he's not really a superhero. He's just got knives for hands and he just heals, right? Like if you can put like a spell on his hands, like or his gauntlets or his claws, then yeah, fuck, he can hang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the concept is like I said this before. I've told numerous times on the podcast. I think them throwing the Midnight Suns into the mix right now is such a fucking stupid idea because like there's really no time for them to be like, yeah, Midnight Suns, baby, like right between Secret Wars. Like they got a lot of fucking food on their plate for Secret Wars. Like there's so much that has to get done before that story pops. Like, and they're still trying to do the fucking Fantastic Four, who are literally the main characters of the entire Secret Wars fucking franchise, you know what I mean? Yep. So like that's fucking hard as fuck, but like yeah, like I'm with you when it comes to that. Like I mean, Moon Knight did fairly well. Yeah. Like he did well. Like
I liked it, so I'm a little biased, bro. You know what I mean?
It was good. Yeah, Moon Knight did fucking real good, man. So it's like, and then even the fucking WandaVision or whatever that bitch was called, like that was really good too. Like So what do you do that now that you got that shit done with the extra characters? Like now, what do you do with them? You know what I mean? Like it's crazy because
we're gonna do Agatha series for what? I didn't ask for Agatha. Fuck that. Yeah. Give me Secret Wars.
It's so weird, man. It's just so fucking awkward. But yeah, like what other shows would you consider cutting? I'm not a big fan of the What If shows, man. I think that's trash, dude.
I think after the season 2, it didn't sell me, bro. I haven't even finished it, bro. I'm still on that same episode I told you last time.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You don't need to watch it. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I mean, after we talked about it, you're like Captain Britain or whatever the fucking name is against all the powers and shit.
I love Peggy Carter, dude. Haley Atwell's like, I love her so much. But like, man, dude, Marvel is like not. They're just so adamant about being like, nah, she's Captain America. Like, Falcon wasn't enough. You know what I mean? And fucking, let's fucking make it this. Let's do it like Carbon says. You know what I mean? Like there is, man, dude. What If series? The problem with the What If series is not that they're releasing it and they're putting out. It's cool that they're doing that shit. That's great. That's cool that they're putting out more content. The problem is that the main continuity of the Marvel universe is they can't keep their shit together. They put out What Ifs, and if a bunch of people like it, they're like, fucking, we're making it a movie. And it's like, no, dude, like you're confusing the fuck out of people. Like nobody gives like straight up. You own a comic book store. You're partially comic book selling and kind of getting into it. And, doing the podcast, you're getting more involved. Same thing with like Brian, when he first started off with this, like he was very like, I read a couple of them, but not too much, but I'll catch up. And now it's like, dude, I'm into it. Like, I like the stories. I like where it's going. Like fuck all. Who the fuck cares about Marvel Zombies, dude? No. Like who the fuck cares? Like, yeah, you read the comics.
I mean, it's kind of cool though, bro.
No, the comic book. The first what is it called?
The first,
like the fucking book, the Omni book or whatever.
Yeah. The one
shot. I forgot what they're called, but the fucking book.
Yeah.
The first one's good. The second one's stupid as fuck. The third one is even dumber. Like it just gets dumber and dumber every fucking book that comes out. The first it got look. There's a part in not Secret Wars, Marvel Zombies, where the Avengers, whatever they are, all attack the Silver Surfer and eat him, and take a little bit of his power, and then Galactus comes, and they eat a hole in his shoe, and then they start eating Galactus. And they eat Galactus, and then they get cosmic powers, and then they're like, well, we can go through space and eat everyone now. And then they just fuck off and go into space and eat everybody. And by that time, in my mind, I was like, this is stupid. I got the original part where like the world gets changed. Like I get that part. But when they come in and they bring Galactus and they start eating Galactus and they start shooting rainbows out their assholes no, dude, just get the fuck out of here. Like just put the end and just end it, dude. But they kept it going and they made it weirder and they just made it suck. And now the popularity of Marvel Zombies has got them to bring the Marvel Zombies back in some way to the Marvel Universe. It's supposed to be some overarching story that's in the next big crossover / crisis / whatever. But Yeah, Marvel Zombies then comes out in the What If series, and they try to clean it up and make it look cool, which great, fantastic. You know what I mean? But like, I already know where this goes, and Marvel Zombies just sucks, dude. It just sucks.
Well, you know what they also cut was Eternals, right? Eternals.
Did they cut it? Did they cut Eternals?
Well, I think they stopped the second one. I never finished the first one, bro. But you know,
it's a hard watch.
Yeah,
it's a hard watch. And what makes it even weirder is like, it's a better Justice League than Justice League was. Like, that's such a dick thing to say, but like they did Justice League better than the Justice League movie or even the Flash movie. The Makari chick that's the Flash or whatever. Like she does such a way cooler like effect than Ezra. Like Ezra Miller's such a dumbass dude. Like he wants to like flip his wings and do shit like when he runs, and he looks like an idiot, dude. He looks like a fucking dumbass. And this chick nailed it. Like all the effects they used for this girl in the Eternals, like she looks amazing when she does it. Like that's the best speed running I've ever seen out of a character in a film. Like Ezra Miller, nope, dude. Like fucking take it back to the trash can, buddy. Like, yeah, just get out of here with that garbage, man.
You know fucking part I hate, bro?
Which one?
I was like, are you gonna eat that candy bar? I'm like, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, fuck you, Flash or whatever. I mean, but everybody else was pretty much identical to the way they are in the comic book, man. I mean, it's not too far fetched. But the Eternals is so weird, man. Like that was a weird part in Jack's Kirby life where he was supposed to work with DC, and then DC was like, "Nah, we don't want him." So he ends up just taking all the characters he was going to originally do and just bring them to the Marvel universe, and then he made the Eternals, and it just so happens they're all the practically an immortal version of the Justice League. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like, no disrespect to the legend Jack Kirby, but that's not real fucking original, my guy. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is. Marvel instantly jumped on that bitch to eat it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the movie wasn't too far fetched, but yeah, like thank God it was better than Justice League. But for them to need to make a movie out of it, I was one of those dudes when they first said it. I was like, the fuck, why? Like, why do you need an Eternals movie? Like, they don't do anything in any of the storylines or any of the plots. But I think that the reason why they introduced them was because of the Xmen.
Yeah,
because they just released a huge story in the comic books where it was the Eternals versus the Xmen. Stupid fucking story. Like it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like everyone will vouch that the Xmen is one of the greatest comic books and stories, but they don't know what the fuck they're doing with it. It doesn't make sense 80% of the time. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. The Krakoa storyline was stupid. House of X, Swords of X, it was all dumb shit. Like it's just, I don't know. It's over and over crap. But yeah, I'm really happy. I mean, if they're gonna take out there's a lot of stuff that Marvel needs to just take out. Like the Echo show sucked. There's no reason to have Echo unless she's gonna play. The only thing that you would bring these characters out is if they have major roles, right? Yeah. That's literally what it is. That's the only way I've seen that the reason why they're bringing it out. The reason why they're cutting them is because they're shit films. Like they've done completely fucking garbage, and it's not that they're oversaturated. It's because they're crap IPs. Like it's because they're shit. They're not doing good. You look at the only two that they've talked about that they've cut are the three worst films that they've ever produced: Quantumania, the Marvels, and the Eternals movies. Yeah. I haven't really heard anything else of anything else they're cutting. Not yet. So, like, are they cutting anything else?
I mean, I hope. I mean, I don't know if they're still producing Agatha, but maybe the shows they'll cut some of the shows, focus more on the movies. I don't know, bro. I just think they gotta deliver, bro. We've always talked about it, like with Deadpool and everything, bro. That's always been our 2024 fucking topic.
That's the fucking deliver. Baby daddy right there. That's the one. That's the income tax. That's the stimulus check. That's Deadpool 3 is the stimulus check we're waiting for, man. We need it to work. Talking about IPs that suck and are no good. Venom 3 finally got a release date and a title. Did you hear about this?
Let's dance.
Let's dance, baby. Venom 3 is going to be a tango movie. Venom taking salsa classes and dancing with the villain. No, I don't know. But
shit.
Apparently Venom 3 got its release date for, what was it? October 25th? October 25th. And the title of this film is going to be called The Last Dance. David, why do you think it's going to be called The Last Dance?
You know, I just saw last week Carnage 2.
Oh, shit. With the geriatric Woody Allen playing fucking bro. Carnage, dude.
when he fucking bites it, I'm like, that's dumb as fuck. They don't taste like blood. I'm like, you're fucking with. I watched it twice. I played back the 10 seconds, Chris. I'm like, that's stupid as fuck. He didn't say that shit.
Oh man,
you're
dude.
hiding something, Eddie Brock. I'm like, he's fucking Venom, bitch. He's fucking Venom.
I'm so happy you saw that and you said that out loud because like I remember there was people I talked to that they were like, no, dude, fucking Venom 2 was good. Like Carnage was badass. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you all? Like, it wasn't what are you smoking or nah, you're fucking, it's like, what's wrong with you, dude? Like, that was not a good movie at all, man. At fucking all. I mean, Venom 1 was a hard watch too, man.
I watched it. I would never watch it again. If it was on, I definitely wouldn't stay. But
yeah,
like,
I fucking watch that shit.
I'd rather watch fucking Annie, bro.
What got you to watch that fucking movie, dude? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no shit.
That would be a bet or something.
No, I was just fucking chilling on this one. But honestly, bro, like I think the second one was okay. I wouldn't watch it again. It was entertaining. It made semi-sense. Last Dance, I mean, I think it's gonna be hopefully the Last Dance with it being a Sony product, a Sony picture. Hopefully it goes back just straight to Marvel.
Yeah, I was gonna Last Dance. It's Sony's last hoorah with any of these characters before they just give up.
Bro, they should, because honestly, bro, like if they do take him into Secret Wars or whatever it is, it's gonna make sense for it to be his last dance with Sony.
Well, I mean, that's the thing though. Like, Marvel is not playing well with Sony. They're doing to Sony the business deal that they did exactly to the Fantastic Four, the Xmen with Fox, which is they're just like using business tactics to fucking smother them, so that way nobody wants to watch their shit. But Sony ain't doing so hot either, except for like the Spider-Verse. Yeah. Like no one, dude. Madam Web was like, man, Madam Web. Rob loves that shit.
The best movie ever, bro.
Yeah. But even crazier than that is now the main actress from Madam Web has come out and said that the movie sucks, and now Sony's all mad at her. And it's like, well, what do you do? Like, what do you do when your own fucking persons come out and say like that you did bad? Yeah. You know what I mean? And they were there the whole time when they were trying to sell that shit the first time. Mm-hmm. They were there, you know, trying to get people to watch that shit, and it was fucking bad, dude. It was bad. But then again, nobody wanted a Madam Web movie trying to cut out the fat or whatever, or oversaturate the fucking market. I mean, but Sony, I understand, because Marvel doesn't really allow them to use a lot of the IPs from Spider-Man, right? They do have some, but they don't have all. Yeah, so I could see where they kind of struggle with it and are just trying to make ends meet. That's why we have like a shirtless Kraven the Hunter that's getting his own film for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, but I really hope it's a lot better than Madam Web. I'm still kind of like fingers crossed Kraven at least does something cool. But the reason why I don't have a lot of fucking like hope, I guess you could say, like Superman style hope, is that how can you mess up Venom, dude? Like, how can you mess up Venom and how can you mess up Carnage? Like, those two movies should have instantly be as big as Homeward Bound or Spider-Man, you know, Home Plate or Home Skillet or whatever.
Yeah. You always say the wrong shit.
Yeah, Spider-Man Homeboy or whatever. Like, it should have been better than, they're just as well as that movie, because it's Venom. There's no other character in the Marvel universe that's more known than Venom. Yeah. Everyone loves Venom. Sure, and then Carnage is just like guilty by association. Like, people that don't read comic books. Huh? I'm with him. Yeah, I'm with him. I'm with him. People know Carnage. I mean, like the everyday watcher of like regular stuff, like not even comic book readers, know Carnage by name. You could ask them to name the entire X-Men roster and they'll name like 3. But those motherfuckers can tell you the exact same 3 characters. I can go off and be like, name me 3 villains of Thor. And people will struggle. You know, name me 3 villains of Captain America. You'll name 2 and struggle for the 3rd. Iron Man, you'll probably name 1, maybe none. But like Spider-Man, you can name almost his entire rogues gallery. That's how popular that character is. So there's no reason for like their films to be like failing. So like, wait, yeah. So
what would you want to see on this one, bro? On The Last Dance?
The Last Dance, the last hoorah. I don't know, dude, because that title really doesn't make any sense to me. Not for a Venom story. Like, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. Carnage should have been the last story. Like it should have been like a huge fucking like I don't, because think about it, right? The first Venom movie comes out and they bring in another villain that's like Venom, right? But that's the equivalent to it's just like the Flash, bro. Like how do you what do we got here? Oh, okay. I'll tell them right now. I got a text from someone that's usually in the chat. That's why I was like, oh shit, maybe something's wrong. But
it didn't go through or what?
No. They were asking me about the gym. They're asking me about the boxing gym, but they usually come into the chat and they're usually talking to us in the thing. Our friend Chrissy messaged me. So shout out to Chrissy if you're here. The first Venom movie, it's really like the Flash TV show. You're only going to get villains that are based on that character's MO, right? So Venom's first villain was another symbiote outfit. And then the second villain was Carnage, another symbiote outfit. The third villain, it's probably going to be a dude with a symbiote outfit. Like, and I don't know who the fuck is bigger than Venom other than, the King in Black. If you go with, what's his fucking name? He's like the king of the symbiotes. I forgot his fucking name. He looks like the Joker, but there was a big story called The King in Black, which was a story that went on for Marvel and stuff like that. But you can't really do that story without, Marvel letting you use the entire IP, kind of like, as big as it gets or whatever. What's up, Vince? Good to see you in the comment section. He's like, I saw Madame Web, but gave up 20 minutes into the movie. Yep. Sounds about right. If Madame Web was like a TikTok episode, like 1 minute, it would have probably done really good.
Yeah, I fucked up, bro.
That's what they should have done. Should have charged $2 and done a minute, dude. That sounds like yeah, that's the thing is like I don't, unless they do like an Agent Venom, right? Where you have like an anti-character, an anti-Venom, but you can't do it like a symbiote. Like that's the problem is that the symbiote thing, 3 movies in, already been overdone. First one was a dude that can like change his shit and make clubs and a little bit of spikes. The second one is Carnage, who can take his symbiote and instead of making spikes can make like straight up like swords, knives, axes, and reapers, which is cool. That's great. But then you bring in like an Agent Venom who can turn his like symbiote into like tactical gear and shoot like symbiote bullets at people and shit, like, and throw grenades that are all fucking symbiotes, goo and all this shit. Like if you can bring in a dude that kind of looks more like tactical or someone that's like that to fight Venom and like put the pressure on him, that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah. That would not be too bad at all. Like a Craven the Hunter fighting Venom. Someone that's because I don't want to see Spider-Man fight Venom. I don't want to see fucking nobody. I don't want to see those guys I don't want to see a spider dude. I don't want to see another fucking symbiote outfit fight another symbiote. Like I want to see another person fight them complete. And I know the symbiotes are very allergic to fire, sound, and lightning, which is from Thor.
It's gonna be fucking Earth, Wind, and Fire as the enemy. Bro.
Yeah, some shit. The villains that were in fucking Spider-Man 3 with Mephisto or Mysterio or whatever. Like it's fuck, dude. Like you could hear it in my voice. I'm like stuttering because I can't even get my fucking head to wrap around what do they even need to have a third movie for, man? Like, can you imagine they're gonna do a trilogy of a shit film? That would literally. That's like. I don't know. That's like that dude, the one that made The Room. Remember that? Hi, Mark, or whatever. If you gave that dude a fucking trilogy to make The Room, which was a really shit movie, dude. It's like Starship Troopers, dude. Can't make a trilogy out of that shit.
They did, though.
Yeah, and it's not good.
Would you like to know more?
Would you like to know more? What is it? Fucking Fort John Smith or whatever? Camp John Smith. That's the thing. Like, yeah. Venom 3, October 25th. The Last Dance.
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars, folks. Miss that day at the movies, please. Vince says Venom 3 should have had Spider-Man cameo and set up Andrew's Spider-Man 3 movie. And that's the thing. Like, okay, so that's been my biggest question to a lot of people. Who do you think is the Venom versus Spider-Man? It can't be Andrew. Oh, no, it can't be because it can't be Toby because Toby already had a Venom.
That's right.
Yeah, it already had a Venom, so it has to be Andrew Garfield, right?
It better not be fucking Holland, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, they can't. They
I
already
like
did it with Doctor Strange.
Spider-Man,
They ruined that with Doctor Strange.
Fuck that, bro. It's got to
Yeah,
be.
because they had it where fucking Tom Hardy for no reason just showed up in the galaxy. Bro, can you imagine, dude? How shit is that? How fucking shit is that? That they put Tom Hardy in that movie for just to be in a bar for no fucking reason, dude. And then don't even explain to you why everything else gets teleported back except for the little shitty goo part. Like, where did that get stuck on in a bar? Did it choose to stay behind? How did it choose to stay against fucking Doctor Strange's magic? Mm-hmm. Like, they don't really explain it. It's just, they're just like, whatever. Alberto says, happy birthday.
Oh, appreciate it, Alberto.
Yeah, that's right. David had a birthday yesterday, folks. 23 years old. How do you feel, man?
No, that was Friday, bro. 33.
33. Oh, my bad. 33. 33. 23. I was trying to give you 10 extra.
Oh, shit.
But that's good. Did you have a good birthday?
Yeah, bro. We went to Twin Peaks. A couple of my buddies, Alex Fido, Erica Ash, of course. We went. I had chicken fried steak, bro. Fucking good.
Was it real good?
I mean, I was like, it was mid. Like,
no,
but it just wanted to hype it up. You know what I mean?
yeah. I was like, oh shit. Watch the owner be watching, and now he's like, fire the cook, fire that fucking cook.
I had like my first drink in like 3 months, bro.
Ooh, very nice, dude.
Yeah. Erica's like, I can't finish this drink, and I'm like,
just table dancing the rest of the night, dude.
I gotta fucking step up and take this shot.
Just table dancing, bro. That's all you end up doing by the end of the night. You drink like 2 and you're already just wasted, bro. Just falling over yourself and shit. No, I'm happy I had a good birthday, man. My mom's birthday was
the next day.
The next day after, yeah. The next day. So yeah, did some really cool stuff. And then Edgar Eels, one of my friends, we went out to his house because his daughter's birthday was that day too. So we went out there to Penitas, Texas, Little Mexico. Little Mexico, man. The home of the Olympic Wapango team, dude.
Wapango team.
Yeah, it's my friend Raymond. Shout out to Raymond. That was an old joke of his. But yeah, going back, Venom sucks. Sony sucks. All those movies suck. I hope they figure it out. I really want it to be good, man. I really want it to be.
We always want it to be good, bro. We don't go and ask for shitty movies. It happens.
Yeah, dude. We don't go in there asking for it to be bad, dude. But yeah. But on the lighter side, going into our next subject. There's a movie that popped off in a trailer recently that caught a lot of people by surprise. There's this actor, I think his name like Patel. Yeah, The Crow, dude. The Crow? They finally released the trailer. Did you see the trailer?
For which one?
For The Crow.
Yeah, we watched it.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to.
Go check out the episode, guys.
Cool, man.
Real badass. Go check out the episode, guys.
Yeah, Dev Patel, right? That's the guy from Slumdog Millionaire. Remember the kid from Slumdog Millionaire?
You're talking about the Monkey's Paw, right?
No? Monkey Man, dude. So
we watched that together, but that was fucking sick.
Yeah, Monkey Man actually popped off this past week. They already had some early reviews for it, and a lot of people are saying exactly what I said, that it's gonna be fucking amazing. A lot of people are talking about it. Jordan Peele, a lot of these dudes are really coming out saying that it's probably one of the best things. Cool thing is if I'm not mistaken, Dev Patel. This is his like a debut producing / directing gig, and apparently like a lot of people are surprised how fucking good it came out. Now what's cool is it's very much like a John Wick style actions kind of scenario. This person had some way he was wronged, and he dons a monkey mask in the middle of the thing to go after like a group of people so that he can stay hidden until he, I guess, is like established that he's the guy. And yeah, like I don't want to think it's like his fucking costume, you know what I mean? But in the aspect of it too, what makes it really great is the monkey character is very synonymous to the Sun Wukong story, which is the Adventure to the West or something, or the East or something, which is synonymous with Dragon Ball Z, Goku, Sun Wukong, like just a bunch of
comic, bro?
Huh?
Vince's comic got me, bro.
Oh, what do you say? I don't have it up. I have it on this thing. What is that?
It sounds like a better movie.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, if you were to literally, I guarantee, if you were to take Madame Web, the entire movie, and cut the best highlights out and make a TikTok video, way more views and a lot more positive reactions, dude. You turn that bitch into a minute, then people will be like, hey, this was wasn't that bad. That's really cool. They should make this into a movie or whatever. And yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. But yeah, a lot of people got an opportunity South by Southwest to actually watch the film and talk to the crew, and fucking people are talking about it being a goddamn masterpiece, and this makes me extremely happy. Again, shouts to the action world and the John Wick's movies of these franchises and stuff, really knocking it out of the park. Ooh, very cool trick, man. Just swinging the microphone and shit. Yeah, really, really excited for this film. Can't wait to see it. Dave, what's your thoughts on the Monkey Man movie?
I know I saw the trailer with you live, bro. I was excited for it. I'm not gonna lie. I know it was a Jordan Peele movie and shit, so it was very different outtake. I'm not gonna lie. I don't go to the movies, bro. So I'm not like I'm gonna go to the movies and watch it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But it's definitely, I'm looking forward to it when it comes to streaming, and then I'm gonna probably give it my full attention. I mean, I've always been a big fan of John Wick, like I told you when we broke down the trailer and shit. Like, you know, whether it's gonna be I gotta avenge them because they killed my dog or whatever.
Yeah, some weird.
Yeah, they broke my crayon from fucking first grade.
They eat my strawberry out of my fruit cup, the only strawberry and shit.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, I was excited when you showed me this one. But I mean, I don't go to the movies, so I'm not counting on the days. But I'm definitely gonna watch it on whatever streaming.
You know what I was thinking the other day?
What's up, bro?
I'm chilling out. I'm sitting real far back in my chair now. Like I need a fucking corncob pipe and some overalls. But what if Marvel's doing it on purpose?
What do you mean?
Like what if they're doing all this shit? What if they're making like shit movies on purpose?
I mean,
because what if they're starving the people of good quality shit? So when they actually put money into like a film that they want to be good, and they try and they go back to the format, because like I don't give a fuck what any person, reviewer or whatever says. Like, you cannot fuck up this many movies this many times. There was a formula, dude. There's been a fucking formula. They did a whole 2-3 years before this shit. That whole fucking 20 movies, man. That whole 10 years of fucking popularity and success. And then they just go and just fucking destroy it, dude.
This is you, bro. This is like 1 fuck up, 2, 3. Nah, this is fucking Cap, bro. This is fucking Cap.
You're doing this shit on purpose by now, dude. Like you can't. You can only miss so many C's in a quiz if you're just guessing. You know what I mean? Like you still get a 60. You know what I mean? Still get a 50. God damn it! Like you don't fucking fail at 20% all the time.
What was the Michael Scott quote? You miss all the shots you don't take.
And then a miss. But like, fuck, dude. Like this movie, this type of quality movie, like, you know, someone like, fuck, name a director, dude, like, and Steven Spielberg or whatever will look at this and be like, oh yeah, it's pretty cool. It's really basic, but it's pretty cool. And we look at this and we think it's fucking R. Kelly's Golden Shower. Like everybody's just like super excited for it. But they look at the Marvel movies and it's almost like purposely like the directors of Marvel and Kevin Feige walk in and go, yeah, dude, fuck it up. I don't care. Like, yeah, dude, like I want to see what would $100,000 of asshole look, you know what I mean? Like, you know, of all fuck ups, what would it look like? I just want to see what it looks like. Like, I don't understand it, man. This movie, like, it looks fantastic. The trailer looks good, but the blueprint follows the John Wick format. You know what I mean? Like, it's synonymous to every run and gun action film, Smoking Aces, fucking Bullet Train, like, you name it. It's all the Mariachi, Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Fucking love Desperado, bro.
Dude, all of those movies, like, they're just fun. They're just fun as shit. They're fun fucking movies. Yeah. And knowing that, okay, so like I'm guessing just off the top of my mind, without even guessing, like this is like very much into Bollywood territory. The cast, the crew, everyone, the production, everything probably all correlates on that side of the world, which means that the spending cost was probably a little bit cheaper, but they're gonna pull out something that's probably fucking phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And there's no way this beats Doctor Strange 3, you know what I mean? Or 2 or whatever the fuck. Like, how did this beat Doctor Strange 2 if it's like done? And I just tell people it's just a fucker who's got passion, bro. Like, you know what I mean? This is the separation. This is what I tell people is like when you work with people who got actual fucking skills compared to someone who's just talks that they got skills. All of these directors and all these motherfuckers are bringing into Marvel, the writers and shit. They're all people that claim to be really good, but they've never written a fucking anything in their life, dude. anything in their fucking life. But yeah, man, I'm super excited for Monkey Man. Dev Patel looks amazing in the fucking trailer. The trailer looks phenomenal, man. And even better to see that early reviews from South by Southwest, which I'm gonna put money that if you look at the trailer or if you look at the pages for South by Southwest, like the advertisements that people are taking, it looks very much like the newer version of like San Diego Comic Con Hall H. No, you remember you remember how it used to be back in the day where like that was the place. Yeah. If you had something coming up that was anything in the nerd related, it doesn't have to be comic book, it could be fucking anything nerd related. You show up to Hall H and you show up ready to fucking throw down like Mike Tyson. Like you had to have like your A game. And some of the best film reveals have been done in that panel. Yeah. Now fucking none of those. Now Marvel, Sony, fucking McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's doesn't even show up to Hall H anymore, dude. Like just everyone doesn't even show up. But South by Southwest, you know, you look at the way it looks and the way that they have it all set up, it looks very synonymous to Hall H. So like for them to be dropping trailers like this that look really well, I get, like I said, I 100% guarantee that they don't let Marvel, DC, or any of those shit films come into their events, and they just, you know, bring in great quality stuff. Some from some very great upcomers in the directing world and film world. So really excited to see where this is gonna go. Yeah, and onward to our last part, talking about shit that's stupid.
I gotta fuck you up on this one though, bro.
What's up?
Ready Player 2?
Oh yeah. That was fucking stupid when you sent me that, dude. So like, was that real though? That had to
all over the fucking shit.
That has to be fake, dude.
It was on my shit.
Is it really? Like, I thought that was just like, but in my opinion, when you sent it to me, I thought it was fake. Like, I thought it was like someone just photoshopped it together because they were like, you know, it'd be really cool if we got a fucking Ready Player 2 movie. Like, I thought it was fake as fuck, but like, yeah. Let me see. I'll check it out right now. Ready Player 2 movie. Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong.
I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong. So, Ready Player 2 gets promising update from Steven Spielberg.
Does it say anything about a synopsis or no?
No. Studio directed a 2018 adaptation. Warner Brother demonstrates enthusiasm about. He wrote other films like Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Jurassic Park.
Dang, that's crazy.
Ready Player 1. No, it just goes. Ernest Something released a sequel novel, Ready Player 2, in 2020, and provided an update to the upcoming adaptation. In its early stages right now, especially since Hollywood is in limbo, but I can tell you from the experience of making the first that everybody had a lot of fun. Just generic talking, bro. Fucking dumb.
Dang. Well, yeah. Ready Player 2 is a very weird read. It's got positive reviews on Amazon.
When I read that shit, when you told me, I'm like, the fuck?
I gotta send you the video I saw because it's this chick that I watched that kind of breaks down. She breaks down books and stuff like that, and I really wanted to read it. I was really excited about it, and when I saw this person's review, I was like, no fucking way, I'm not gonna read this shit. But yeah, I was gonna see if I could find someone that did like a breakdown of it, but yeah, I'm not gonna go through this. But I just have positive reviews. If you guys are book readers, you know, try to go check it out and see what you think. Yeah, Ready Player 2. Fuck them. I guess, right?
Might as well.
Well, I mean, because the story. Okay, so like, is it bad because it follows the same format as Ready Player 1, where yes, there's a lot of nostalgia based in the video game world, but the outside world is like stupid, dude. Even in the first movie, like there was some stuff that was really out of context in the first film and in the first book that you would look at and be like, that's just dumb as fuck, which is like the people that are doing all the fighting and cartwheels and shit in the street. Like, that's ridiculous, bro. Like, that's stupid ridiculous. Like, you would assume that people would play those type of games like in their households, but like you saw them like just like at like in the parking lots. Like, there's like 40, 50 people. Like, you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the fucking
that was ridiculous, dude. But like, that's the format of it. What's up, John? Good to see you, my dude. Always a pleasure having you, my man. That's my best friend from Corpus Christi. Shout out. even the idea of like the way that Wade Watts or whatever his name is, the way he has his house where it's like a bunch of mobile homes like stacked on each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's just like when you really break it down in the factor of what these people are like living in, the same way you're kind of like, wait, like something's really fucking weird about this place. Really fucking weird. And then like the world looks very RoboCopy, very industrial metal, kind of like, you know, like Tim Burton. Yeah, like I don't know how to explain it. Like Detroit City and RoboCop look like everything was a warehouse, you know what I mean? Like everything, like I don't know how to explain it. Like everything's just aluminum metal. Like everything just had like a weird metal look to it. It was like Gotham City and Tim Burton's Batman movies. Like there was like statues on top of statues and bridges for like going to absolutely fucking nowhere. There was just giant statues on top of buildings for no fucking reason. Yeah, just really weird architecture. Like the whole fucking part where
Mystery Men, bro.
Yeah, kind of like that. Like fucking just super weird, man. But I guess it just plays off on that idea of like how weird the cities look and stuff like that, or like the comic booky vibes, right? Because like, man, dude, Tim Burton movies, like when he would make the city, and it's like, I don't think it was Tim Burton that made that film, but you had the one with Mr. Freeze and the Robin character, and they were like racing on a statue and flying off of the hand with a bike and the Batmobile, and you're like, dude, who the fuck built that statue? That's a big motherfucking statue for no reason. And it was like 40 stories on like the top of skyscrapers. Like it was just stupid, man. I hate those kind of movies. It makes no sense. But yeah, for some reason, like Ready Player One's actual world always looked like just fucking horrible. So it kind of feeds off of that nature too, like where inside the Oasis, people are just living the ultimate dream of whatever they want to happen. So of course you assume if you can do anything you want in the Oasis, that's they kind of touch base on it in the beginning of the first film, or the film where they're using the haptic suits that could touch you. And you can like feel, and there's a part where like she goes under his nuts and does like weird touching, and he's like, "Oh yeah."
That part, but not the part where he got
That's
shot.
the whole dude. That was like a major point in that shot where like she floats under him, and you see like the fucking light come up his nuts, and you're like, why do I care about this if I'm watching something with Iron Giant and He-Man and fucking Street Fighter? What do I need nuts being touched by a virtual reality character for? And they're doing that to show you that they're trying to find ways to make the Oasis the real world. Yeah. So that's the whole point, is they're trying to disconnect out of that really shitty life that they have on the outside, where Celine, the main character, I believe her name. No, what's her name? Artemis, right? Artemis's character was kind of like, look, I like the Oasis, but like, I prefer the outside world. Like, you know, even though I have this like mark on my face, a birthmark, like it's still just who I am. I use that just to escape and meet friends, but it's been taken over or whatnot. Yeah, like you could tell. So like when going into the second book and the story, like I really wanted to understand and see how they were going to like, okay, cool. Like they got the Oasis. The Wade wins at the end, you know, distributed amongst his friends. And then says like every like Tuesday and Sunday, they choose to turn it off so that everybody can kind of like fuck off or whatever they do. You know what I mean? Like to enjoy the world. You would assume that that's where the next story would iterate. Like, okay, cool. Like that means in the real world, like the story needs to improve on the outside, because we know how it goes on the inside. Like we already get the establishment. We got the nostalgia in the first one, you know, now bring us, you know, a little bit cooler, deeper cuts in the next one when it comes to the nostalgia and what we're going to see, and use them in creative ways. But establish like there's something on the outside, like a con game that's going on where like they're trying to steal Wade's money, or someone wants to like find a way to, or like bring in a hacker who starts to hack the Oasis and like, you know, runs amok and causes things. And it forces Wade to have to learn not only on how to just push buttons in the sense of like, oh, push this to turn it off or whatever, like bring someone from like the main guy from the first movies, like background, where like he was a dude that was always jealous of him and he wanted to learn how to hack the Oasis, and now he's out there like destroying certain parts, like almost like removing certain islands or certain like you have that big ass casino that they showed one time, or like the hotel, the Love Hotel, for some reason, like, you know, like those kind of things. Like, yeah, do you remember that shit? They had that where you can like hook up in them, and it's like, I guess. Like, well, it's weird, but okay. Like, but like that would be an interesting story. That would be a nice place to take that story. You bring in someone who could destroy that paradise. But instead they were like, nah, you know, it'd be cool, dude, if we brought in dildos and like this guy just like learned to not eat and stay in the oasis. And that's the problem, is now he's malnourished and everyone's dying. And it's like, bitch, that's just Interstellar with extra steps, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
with extra steps.
With extra steps. Like, the world was killing itself off in the Interstellar, and they wanted to get off planet. These motherfuckers are just going onto the internet. They're just jumping into MetaQuest with fucking Mark Zuckerberg and shit. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's like a certain way they could have attacked, and they attack it a way different way. And just, I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, Steven Spielberg sees it, doesn't really quite dig that idea, and goes into something a little bit more deeper and more creative. I'd really like it. That's a good idea, Vince. Vince says, what about a crossover with the Tron movie? That would be really cool. I know Jared Leto is going to be in the next Tron movie, and they've already kind of talked about it and stuff like that. So really excited about that. And he also says, you think we'll get the first trailer of the new Captain America at WrestleMania since Seth Rollins is in the movie? I don't know, because I heard that Seth Rollins got cut. Supposedly. But I don't know how much of Seth Rollins got cut. It could be like the overarching story, and he could just be like villain, like just a regular villain. But I do think the Serpent Society story got completely like banded off of it, because I didn't think they were going to let it work or whatever. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe not. Shit, we might get a Shazam 2, Shazam 3 trailer with The Rock being there.
Shit.
But
Shazam with The
Rock. Nah, he ain't coming back. That dude fired, my man. That dude fired. Yeah, onward to the last part of the conversation was probably going to take too long, because we don't even know what this is all about. But Xmen 97, one of the new shows coming up. What's up, Chrissy? I got your message earlier on my phone. Sorry I didn't get to answer it. I'm at like 1%. The name of my boxing gym is Bad Boys Boxing Gym in McAllen, right off of Bicentennial and Olana, right next to the museum. So if you need any help on Monday or whatever, we start class at 7 p.m. Hit me up on private message and I'll help you out. Onwards to the last part of the conversation, David. So check it out. They fired the dude who is the creator of the new 1997 Xmen. Are you familiar with what happened?
I believe, I don't know if he had a OnlyFans account or they said that he partakes in OnlyFans, but that was the rumor that I heard when they fired the dude, bro.
No. Apparently this dude, no? Yeah, I know what's up. So apparently, this guy just created and released one of the newest iterations that Disney's gonna fuck up. Probably not, but I guarantee he's gonna fuck it up. Boo DeMayo is the guy who created and rewrote for Xmen 97. Of course, not one of the original cast and directors and writers of the original show. Just someone who was like, yo, you know what, bro? What's up? I got this shit. I can totally make it. Watch me do it. And he's gonna fuck it up. He'll fuck it up because he fucks up everything else.
That's what they do.
That's what Marvel does. Yeah, apparently Marvel has fired him based on the fact that he does have an OnlyFans. But the problem is he's had an OnlyFans for a while, from what I've heard. But in recent times, I'm not really sure how recent, he's released some pretty extreme stuff, if you know what I'm talking about. And I don't know how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, if that's the case and they're firing because of this, why did they hire him if he had an OnlyFans in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, they had to have known, bro. Like,
yeah, they're not stupid.
Marvel does their research now. They just did it to pump the shit out of him. And when they were done, they're like, oh, by the way, you have this. Fuck you.
Yeah, like, got it. Bye.
Fuck your royalties, bro. Like, that's a shit move, bro. Like, and you know they knew about that shit before, bro. Like,
they had to, man. They had to.
There's no fucking way.
But in the factor of it too, like, how do you feel knowing that Xmen, or knowing that Marvel hired this guy, knowing that he was like an OnlyFans person and stuff like that? Like, how do you feel about OnlyFans? Like, okay, let me ask you. If you ran an entertainment business based on children, entertaining strictly children, and there was a dude that was, I don't even know what the fuck this guy's done, but, you know, I'll bring up his bullshit just to see what he's written. That's at least in some format capable of being on this shit. Let me see. League of Legends Before Dawn was it like a short. League of Legends Absolution, the originals, After the Storm. Wait, that's it? Okay, so apparently he started off 2009. He was a writer for, or he was, oh, he's in that. Yeah, After the Storm. It was about the catastrophic hurricane that rips apart Florida. What I guess like Katrina, maybe? No, I don't think Katrina's Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
Nah, so it wouldn't do that. The originals, that was a pretty ongoing show. How many seasons? I think 3 seasons. No, season 6 years. 6 seasons. Which I mean that's pretty good. Usually when a show goes on for 6 years, it's pretty solid. So I don't know how many shows he written for, but yeah, he was on the originals. Then from there, he went to League of Legends Before Dawn. Let me see, I'll tell you if that's anything. Yeah, that was like a short. That was for the video game League of Legends Absolution. Yeah, those are kind of like cinematics for the video game itself. Then he wrote The Witcher: Nightmare of the Wolf. That was the animated series that came out on Netflix. Then from there, he wrote for The Witcher 2 episodes in.
And then Moon Knight.
Then Moon Knight 1 episode, and then Star Trek 2 episodes. Wrote 23 episodes for the originals. Yeah. So like I guess like his longest going action was the originals, and then 2 episodes in. Then that determines 2. I think that's just the first season, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it too. Fucking ads, bro.
I think it's season 1. I mean, if he wrote for season 1, then good for him. That was pretty good. But and then the series on Netflix was all right. But like, yeah, I guess like yeah, he's got a pretty solid resume when it comes to what he's written for. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not far fetched from being like something in the fantasy realm. You know, the originals based off of characters that are vampires and werewolves and shit. So like being in that nature, I think that's very well put together for like the mutants and stuff in sci-fi and shit. So not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Moon Knight, of course, wrote for 1 episode. Moon Knight was only 7 episodes, and a lot of them, depending on what episode he wrote, were stupid, but they were kind of creative at most. But let's say you have all of this stuff, and it's not like he's writing kids' stories. These are all kind of like late teens, adult kind of television shows. And Marvel goes off and hires this guy. I don't really know upon when he had his OnlyFans, but you know, it's not like it's not something that people aren't getting into, that and Patreon and shit like that too, right? To make the extra money. So who do you think did wrong? Who do you think did wrong? Like, do you think Marvel did wrong for just like not snipping this in the butt earlier? Because I mean, if that's the factor, then like how many other of their actors and writers and directors all have OnlyFans, and which ones they got to cut? Do they got to cut all of them, or do they got to wait till someone puts their dick on paper?
Yeah, no shit. I don't know, but like to me, like given where we're at now in 2024, I think like you have to just adjust, because back then, bro, when you wanted to do all that OnlyFans stuff or look at whatever it is, you had like magazines. Then the internet came out. What's the first thing they did? The internet put out tits and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Sex sells, man.
Sex sells. I feel like it's more normalized now, but it's not like he was gonna fucking drop like titties and stuff during Xmen '97. You get what I'm saying? Like true. He wasn't gonna go and put that content out there for the fucking kids and shit. And regardless of the fact that if he had it, didn't have it, or whatever it was, like that's just the time that we live in now, right? Like it is what it is, bro. Like it's like a digital strip club. It's a fucking, how do you say it? A COVID strip club, bro. That's what it fucking is. So to me, like they had to have known it before. There's no way, you know, that they do the research for fucking everything, bro. Disney's not dumb. You know,
well, okay, so like, but the thing is that what I want to get across is like, what do you feel like? Do you think, with the possibility of Disney knowing that he had an OnlyFans, do you think that it was a mistake for them to bring him on, knowing that he already had that? Like to factor in the idea that if you're running something like from that website, that's already something synonymously like with sex, or that's with something that has to do with like sexual content, that's something that people at Marvel should take into out of like, if you're associated with this website in any way, fashion, I don't think we should do business with you. Mm-hmm. Like, do you think that's what they should be doing? Or like, is it something that they should be a little open with? Because yeah, like the factor is like, just because it's OnlyFans doesn't mean it's all like tits and ass or, you know, sexual stuff. I have a friend of mine, they run a Muay Thai gym in Thailand and they do their fights on OnlyFans. Like they do it like pay-per-view and they get to charge their price for their watch charge. I think that's, you know, it's a good way to do it. But of course, when you see the OnlyFans stuff, you giggle and you're like, hee, OnlyFans. It's like if you were gonna, I don't know, it's like if I was gonna teach quantum physics on Pornhub. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I can't. I mean, it's open space for me to put up videos. But since everything else around me is like nudity and sex and all this stuff, like maybe that's not the best place for me to send people that want to learn quantum physics. So, like, I don't know, like, is it bad that they hired someone that was associated with OnlyFans?
I mean, I think if they were trying to keep the image, possibly, but bro, I'm just with it, bro. They had to have known before. There's no fucking, come on. Like they're not gonna, if they decide to fire him now, it had to be a PR move, bro. Like we're gonna do this shit to drive more fucking people into Xmen 97.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What was the early reviews in 97? They said it was pretty good, right? I think that's what I read.
Yeah, a lot of the reviewers are saying like, "Oh my god, it's the best thing since the Q-tip and since the elastic on the underwear," and like it's stupid.
That elastic ain't no joke, bro.
Yeah, man, saves it, saves lives, dude. But like, you know, no disrespect, but fuck all those reviewers because those are the same ones that said they cried when they left watching Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, I don't fuck those guys. No offense, but fuck those guys.
Fuck them.
Yeah, man.
They're the ones that said Man on Web was good.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I don't give a shit about what any of those guys got to say because of that factor. Like each one of those guys made that shit. They just want to save their opportunity for free entry into red carpets. That's the only reason. They're the same ones that when Madam Web came out and everyone was out there saying the movie sucked, they were out there making videos of saying like, I know the movie sucks and I don't want to really agree with that because I don't think it sucks. I think it's just we're not smart enough to comprehend the aesthetically, you know, they create some weird like fucking flip service, like trying to make it seem like we're the assholes for saying that movie was bad. But instead of calling it out, they were like, well, you know what? I'm not going to say that movie was bad. I want to make a video on the positive parts. Like they filmed the movie with the correct side of the camera. And it's like, bitch, that's not a skill, dude. Like point that way, not this way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. These reviewers sometimes are full of shit. And all of them have come out and said the same thing about Xmen 97. Oh, it's the coolest thing. And oh, it's a nostalgia thing. And I'm so happy. And it's someone even came out and was like, Xmen 97 is cool. It's awesome. It brings back all the nostalgia and it's sexy. And I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking idiot. Like that's straight up. That's a person that didn't read comic books or know what the fuck they're talking about. That's just someone who writes for like a hip magazine or like a hip blog or whatever, like one of those like uppity tight shit. Another one was saying that like they were into it because of the drama and the representation and all this stuff. But it's like, man, the X-Men cartoon was cool back in the day because it's what we got. Yep. You know what I mean? Nowadays, you look at it and you look at, you know, the actual writers of those old shows that moved over to like Wolverine and the X-Men, X-Men's cartoons, X-Men Evolution. Those cartoons were really solid too. Yep. But nobody's running to fucking correct those or fix those because they rather go back to the most important IP, which is the 97 one. Because if they can go back, like interject themselves into the series and then make it to be about themselves or their moral or their political standards or whatever it's that they want to fucking push on everybody, like they're going to do their best to fuck it up. It's just what they're going to do. And
I mean, it better be fucking good, bro. That's all I'm going to say. Cause I've been fucking hyping this shit up.
But it's like, okay, in the sense of saying that it better be good.
Better be good, bro.
What were the things that you liked about the original ones that made it so good in the first place?
And for its time period, bro, it had action. It had enough adult ties. Like, you know what I mean? Like, It was comedic, but it was also semi. I mean, obviously, we weren't going to have fucking sentinels in real life. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, like, grabbed the attention of the audience. It grabbed my attention as a younger kid. And then it got me to want to learn more about, you know, like, the animation part of it, right? Like, start watching, like, other fucking, like, TMNT and shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And with Xmen 97, it's a double-edged sword, bro, because it's there to buy back us, you know, with our age group,
and all the toys and stuff,
and then try to buy in the fucking kids now. You know what I mean? Because I mean, ultimately, it's just like everything else, bro. Like, I want my kid to watch the original X-Men to get into the new one, right?
But you know that like back in the day, the reason why that cartoon was so successful was because of Hasbro, the video games that they were creating based on the same cartoon. At the same time, the comic books were roughly about the same characters, like a little bit more detail, but not too much. Everything was bright colors. Like we know that that was the thing. And then of course they were pushing the envelope with animation. And that's because several years before that, I don't know if you've ever seen the video, but there's another video where I want to say like 4 or 5 years before that, Marvel had hired a Japanese animations guy to make the title and was gonna go with this guy, but they ended up going with somebody else. And I don't know if you've ever seen it. I'll fucking bring that bitch up right now. That is some of the coolest fucking animation I've ever seen in my whole damn life. Like, oh, let me see. X-Men anime. I'll bring it up. Yeah, because there was an anime and there was an old school like Japanese one. Let me see if I bring it up. Japanese title. Japanese intro. Yeah, baby. I found that. If you're on our chat right now, you guys are about to get a fucking treat. I'll cut the animation because this was, I'm going to cut the audio because I don't want to get fucking shit on or whatever. I don't want to get fucking slapped with some NDA or some like we're gonna come for your children or whatever. Because I'll beat the fuck out of some dude that comes in here on YouTube. So this was a Japanese opening for X-Men that they created like I want to say it was like 2 or 3 years before the 97 series. And it looks fucking phenomenal, dude. Like for us to say during that time that the animation was fantastic, and then for several years BT I was abroad, for them to do this before. Like, come on, man. We got robbed, man.
Yeah, no shit.
We got instantly robbed. Like, that looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that was a Japanese artist that they had hired to come in, and they were originally going to go with that one. They went with something else. They went with what they got.
Put the original one, the semi-original one, the 97
the old school, the 97, the original one, or
yeah, the original one. We'll do a side by side, right?
Side by side. Oh yeah, I can't do a side by side. It'd be cool.
Well, you can do a side by side, but we just watched the Japanese one. Let's just look at the regular one,
bro. I can't even play the fucking audio because I'll get fucking sued out of my brains, dude. Yeah. That was such a great banger, dude. But like, yeah, like what you're saying, like we watched it because the animation. This was very synonymous to like G.I. Joe and Transformers and everything at that time. Like animation back in the day was so cool, dude. But the Japanese one looks solid too.
Yeah, it does.
But this one was more into it. They kept it like this because it follows more of the comic book art more than the anime. The anime was more like a Japanese anime art. They didn't want that. They wanted it to look more westernized.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and then later on, of course, they did do an actual anime, which I don't even know if anybody remembers that shit. They actually did an actual anime for X-Men. Again, I'm not gonna. Oh, look at the pretty flowers. I don't have premium YouTube. There you go,
bro. I fucking love YouTube Premium, bro. FYI.
Do you have it or what?
Fuck yeah, bro.
Damn.
$14.99.
They did do some anime stuff back in the day with some of these characters, and what was crazy is like, if I'm not mistaken, they sold these as an advertisement with Pizza Hut.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because I know that they had the animated one for Cyclops and with Wolverine. Because Wolverine, man, dude, all these characters and they're all based on the Astonishing X-Men comic book series. That's why Beast is more beastly, like an animal.
Yeah,
Wolverine, and he was, of course, like voiced by the same dude that's always voiced. I forgot his fucking name. The one that was down here a couple of months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But Armor. Shit, I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Are you talking about fucking Downs?
The one that happened in Harlingen. What was that event they brought down that dude?
Oh, Bloom.
Yeah, Stephen Bloom.
Whatever.
Yeah, and then this is, of course, from the anime. Like the anime, man, dude, it's literally written by. I wouldn't even doubt that this is Madhouse, which I'm just taking a guess. They're the ones that did Ninja Scroll, the Animatrix, a lot of the newer animes off the top of my head. I can't remember, but yeah, the Boondocks cartoon. Like they're really like hardcore on what they do in the sense like Samurai Champloo, like a lot of this stuff. So yeah, but Yeah, can't go fucking wrong with that. The X-Men has had so many iterations, just like the Crow movie. So like, yeah,
the
this
fucking
is
best movie ever. Best of Pluma.
it's Peso Pluma, baby. It's so crazy, dude, because to me, when I think about the X-Men 97, I think about like teens, not really adults. You know, we weren't adults back then. We were still children at the time. And kids. And the reason why I think those three, especially to children and teenagers, was because of the toys and the video games.
Yeah.
If you're a comic book collector, maybe you're about college level. You're not really too much into the adults and stuff like that. Because during that time, of course, comic books and cartoons were still like, that's for kids and immature people. So like, yeah, you didn't have a lot of adults unless you were just collecting or you were someone that was in the comic book realm in some way. But yeah, I kind of associate it more with children and teenagers. Now I understand that X-Men 97 would kind of reach out to the idea of the adults because it was all during 1997. I was junior in high school, sophomore in high school at the time. I graduated in 99, so like I'm around that range.
Damn.
And I am not excited to watch this.
Shit,
because
it, bro.
Well, the reason why I'm not excited is what's cool is like, yes, they're bringing back the voice actors, but you're not bringing back the original writers. And that was a different time period in comic books. It's a different vibe in general when they were trying to write that story. And like, I'm not going to lie, the fucking Morph story, if you hear anybody talk about Morph was a cool character, they suck. Like they're stupid. Like that was a really dumb comic line. That was a really dumb like story arc in the comic books. Like why would the fuck would anybody jump in the way of Wolverine gonna get shot by a laser beam knowing that the motherfucker can heal faster than anybody else? More for this character that has no ability other than shapeshifting. Why would he push Wolverine out of the way? And that's the whole first episode. And everyone's like, oh, we left Morph. They never left any other fucking character behind. Never in the history of fucking comic books. No one's ever been left behind on the battlefield except for Morph. Fuck that guy. And then he ends up being a villain and having trauma. And then, exclusively they make this character now non-binary in the new series, right? Which wasn't an issue back in the day. That wasn't even a talking point. I understand it's a talking point now, which I understand. And, there's this exclusivity to get people that have that mindset to make them feel more comfortable and all that stuff. But again, if you're going to bring back something from that time period, you want to try to stay with as much of that time period as you can. That's just my opinion. And if you don't think so and you think to change it up is what you need to make it better, by all means do it. But if it sucks, get your shit called out. You know what I mean? Get told that was the stupidest fucking decision you should have made. And don't fight it and say, nah, it's because you're all assholes. Like, it's like the people from Madame Web. If the people from Madame Web were out there right now still saying, nah, you, the audience, don't get it. It's like, there's something fucking wrong with you, dude. Like, it's already fucking way past that curve of us being right or wrong. You just made a bad movie. So far, from what a lot of people have said, is that the show is not bad. It's really good, and it makes them feel like it's all nostalgia, which I don't understand the definition of that word anymore, because Spider-Man Homeboy, like that fucked that up for me, dude. like nostalgia, like I get it. It's cool, but it's like, I don't know. It's like product placement. Like it doesn't have any importance anymore. Nostalgia is only there to remind us that shit was way better than what people are making right now.
100%.
Like, you know what? Does that make like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, everybody has to nostalgically bring up something from like the early 2000s to make us remember, like, hey, remember this because it was really good. Now watch me use it to make you forget how much this sucks.
Now let me fuck it up.
Now let me fuck it up. Yeah, let me fuck it up because I can't get it right now. I don't know. From what you've seen in the X-Men 97 stuff, what are you excited for, man? Like, are you excited just to be able to return to it or whatnot?
Bro, honestly, I'm just gonna. I mean, hopefully, are they really solid episodes? Or are they gonna do like a 1 week bullshit thing?
I don't even know. It's Disney, dude. One episode a month, bro.
They fucking better not. If they drop the whole thing, bro, and I hope they do, I'm gonna just binge watch the shit out of it.
I think they need to. I think that would make us forget a lot about all the extra bullshit if they just dropped it all.
Yeah, no,
Because if they make you wait, dude, fuck, dude.
100%, bro. I think it'll be interesting. I mean, I haven't watched the old X-Men in a minute. I wanted to watch it before. I still got a couple of days. I know it comes out the 20th or whatever.
Yeah, Charles Xavier gets like space cancer, and he leaves with like the people in space. The chick with the cool hair. I forgot her name, but
I mean,
they worship the Phoenix and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh, remember that Phoenix saga there, bro?
Shit. Yeah, that was kind of like the biggest thing. That one in the Apocalypse storyline. Yeah. And then the Apocalypse storylines gets casually continued in Ultimate X-Men or X-Men Ultimate or whatever like that. Evolution, X-Men Evolution. Kind of gets taken right there with that. But like at the ending of the 1987 show, Charles Xavier takes off with that chick into space, the chick that he's in love with. And she's like the queen of the group that, I don't know, the Guardians with. I forgot their fucking name. But let me see real quick. The Guardian. Guardian. Oh, maybe that wasn't his fucking name, because the Guardian is this other dumbass. What's the dude with the mohawk? Mohawk. I'm gonna put in Mohawk Superman. What's his freaking name? It's because there's like all these different Superman-esque characters in the Marvel universe. Right? Let me see. 10 like, yeah, because it'll come in here. Yeah, there he is. Gladiator. The Gladiator, he is part of course they're not gonna say. Right. They're gonna send me on the wildest fucking adventure here, dude, trying to fucking figure all this out. There we go. What'd I say? Gladiator?
Gladiator here. Well, Vince put Gladiator there in the comments too.
Yeah, Gladiator. But what's the name? Let's see. He's an Imperial Guardsman. Yeah, I know that. But what's the fucking name of the thing that he's a part of? He's part of Imperial Shi'ar, the Shi'ar Empire. So do you remember that or no?
I don't remember that one, bro.
So X-Men 97. I'll bring up a picture right now, so that way you can at least remember. Because once I show you this picture, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I remember that stupid ass." You're like, Phoenix. Uatu, Gladiator, Phoenix, Leandra, this chick, and she was in the cartoon. So watch. I'm gonna type this in. X-Men cartoon. Leandra. I don't know how to spell. Leandra. Professor X was like in love with her. There she is. She had the wildest haircut, dude. This chick. What the heck? Oh, there she is.
Damn. I don't fucking
look at that cool ass hair though, man.
Fucking triangle.
Look, there she is in the cartoon.
Jesus.
They just made her hair fucking flat, dude. That's why if you guys ever get a chance and you haven't seen it, you got to watch the Juggernaut bitch. The Juggernaut bitch, that cartoon, that fucking the video is so good. He makes fun of her hair. So yeah, that's the character. She's a queen of the Shi'ar Empire. She's really good friends with Charles Xavier, and she's the one that tells the X-Men at the ending of the series, Charles got space AIDS, and I need to take him to cure him. And then that's it. But apparently, like in this X-Men TV show that's coming out, Charles Xavier is just straight up dead. They're just like, whoops. Space AIDS killed him. Magneto's in charge now.
Magneto's the man.
Magneto's the man. So, if anything, I'm excited for what they're going to do. A lot of people don't know that Cyclops is like one of the greatest villains in the X-Men universe.
I remember you saying
he's a fucking tyrant, dude. So for the longest time, he was always like Charles Xavier's golden boy. but he was nurtured into that mindset so much that when, when the House of M happened, and then I think it was like D-Day or like the worst day or the Valentine's massacre or something. There was some massacre that happened with the X-Men that 170 something of them were like 174 were left, and they all needed to go to this island and survive or whatever. And Cyclops' entire mentality was like, we need to rally all the X-Men together and fucking murder anybody else who tries to threaten any of their lives, because we're now a dying species. He took it like super extreme, more extreme to the factor that Magneto even was like, hey, chill, dude. Like, I hate him too, but like, whoa, calm the hate brakes there, Thanos or whatever.
Calm the hate brakes.
Yeah. Enough that during the Phoenix Saga situation where all of them got the Phoenix Force, he killed Charles Xavier and then tried to blame someone else. Like he just became a dictator of the X-Men, a tyrant, one of the only people that was like a person that was ready to martyr for the X-Men and just kill anybody associated with it. So yeah, he just, especially when he got drunk with power with the Phoenix Force. And he's just been a dude that's been a cuck because Jean's Grey's been with everybody, and he just watches and cries, Jean. There's even like weird parts in the comic book where they like bring the child Jean Grey back. Like in the later, how like they're adults, and they bring like the original X-Men squad when they were like in the first class, when they were like teenagers, and Cyclops acts fucking like Jean. Like, it's like, dude, it's a kid. Pump the brakes there, pedo.
Relax.
Yeah.
Pedo.
Yeah, dude. It gets, I don't know, it gets really weird, but like, yeah, the X-Men in the last couple of years have been written in such awkward ways that, yeah, I don't know what to expect. If they kind of do that with Cyclops, where they start to make him that weird, like him and Wolverine finally like banging heads, not trying to bang the same girlfriend, you know what I mean? Like, but like really like have a villainous idea against each other because Cyclops is like a real like nutcase, real like extremist. That would be really interesting. Even if Magneto was like, yo, Cyclops, cut it, bro. I'm gonna have to cut you from the team soon or whatever. If they go that nature, yeah, I'm for it. I'm for it. I'll totally watch that. But if it's some stupid shit like love me, love them, I'm different, blah, blah, blah. Put a girl in it, make it gay, like Carbon says. Put a girl in it, make it lame and make it gay. Then I'm not kind of for it. I'm just tired of all that nature. I want something creative, dude. I want something creative. Marvel needs to pump out some real creative shit now. So, yeah. Don't work with OnlyFans people. If you do, make sure they're not trying to show their willies off, or shove things inside of them. And don't do it around kids. That's really it. David, what do we got going on this coming week?
Well, you gonna be there, bro? United on Saturday.
I believe so. We'll be going to United Collectors Expo this coming week, Saturday, guys. So if you want something and you're kind of like craving the opportunity to go see some vendor stuff, we're going to be out United Collectors Expo in Edinburgh, Texas, at the Activity Center, which is off of South 281, right next to the Cat Football Stadium and Police Department. Go check it out. It's going to be pretty fun. We're going to all be out there having a good time. Dave, you're going to be out there or what?
For sure, bro. Never miss it. That's like my favorite event.
Excellent. Can't wait. It's been a while. It's been a while already. So yeah, we got that coming up. I got a week of work doing videos and editing and Photoshop and all that fun, great stuff. I can't wait. Super excited. And David, I want to say thank you for joining me on the show. Thank you for being a part of this still and jumping in and having my back whenever. I know you're a busy man and you're over there at work and at the studio. Like, yeah, I live for this shit.
I live for it, bro.
Before we go, one last take. Who do you got, Jake Paul or Mike Tyson?
Bro, it better be fucking Mike. He better not take a dive, bro. He fucking better not.
I just want him to come out on the day of the fight and have like those inflatable boxing gloves and punk everybody and just be like, yeah, we got you to pay $49 to watch me and Mike Tyson playing a moon jump with inflatable gloves, dude. And so that's what yeah, gotcha, bitch. Yeah, that's what I want. And then all the money's gonna go to Mike Tyson's proceeds of getting him stoned or whatever. Like that's the proceeds in charity. Get Mike Tyson fucked up, send him to another dimension mentally or whatever. I just want him to punk everybody or whatever. But yeah, David, well, thank you so much. Where can they find you, man? What can we get ready for next week? Tell us about the episode.
Next week we're gonna have Ramsey Ramirez on, so that'll be the podcast on Friday, 8 o'clock. I'm still putting fucking English. Putting together the photos from the very first Comic Con 2014. It's so funny, dude. Bro. I forget who the fuck I was talking to. I was talking to a buddy of mine, Dominic, that was selling me some comics. It's so fucking crazy, bro, because between 2016 and 2017, people just started dumping photos on the fucking internet of everything, like Comic-Con or whatever. Anything before 2014 to 2016, people didn't really post a lot of photos on fucking social.
Association, bro. My man.
It's fucking crazy.
People wanting to be associated with and get some of that clout from it. That's like I guess that would be like the starting of people trying to like advertise themselves on the internet and use other people's reach to get more reach for themselves. Yeah, it's a really good time to check that shit out.
It was interesting, bro. Like just to see the dynamic of it, but it'll be a cool interview. I mean, it's the first one I've had him on this one, so we're gonna dial it back a little bit, start with the origins, and then go into that, and then hopefully get him on for another episode. But for sure, this is gonna be a fun one. I'm gonna do my best to make it entertaining, and then just kind of build from there. I feel like I've been lacking, bro. Like I always used to try to do like 2 interviews a month. You know what I mean? But then I just been not really putting it to the forefront, you know, to grow the business and do something you like, bro. It's hard, you know.
It's hard. That's really.
I love making money, but I love podcasting more. But podcasting don't make no money, bro.
Yep, does not make money. At least you here. Watch, I'll do one. Ask Ramsey. Huh. What is his next ultimate goal for South Texas Comic Con?
I get you.
What's his next biggest step? You can tell him, I have a question. It's from Chris, PR boy from the Average Boys podcast. He says, with all your success and everything that's been going on with Comic Con and how much it's grown, what is your next venture to bring and make South Texas Comic Con next year even bigger? And see if he answers it. See if he gives you like a little taste of like I said, maybe he's going to bring the moon. It's going to bring Elon Musk and shit. I don't know.
10 tickets, 10 winners.
Yeah, everybody go to space like Willy Wonka, baby. No, but to the moon. Everything tastes like fucking moon. That'd be dope. But yeah, ask him. Tell him. Yeah, you can even do that. You should ask like during the week for people's comments. Like ask Ramsey a question, and you're gonna pick like the top 5 questions or whatever. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty good. You just make like a post and ask people if you had an opportunity to ask a Ramsey any question, what would it be? And then be like, on next week's podcast, we're gonna ask him these questions.
My smart ass, bro. What weighs more, a pound of feather, a pound of bricks?
Oh yeah. Just don't ask crazy questions like fucking Adam Loper. Ramsey will get that joke. Adam Loper asked him some funny questions once. What a guy, dude. So fucking funny. But yeah, just really dumb stuff. But funny guy. But yeah, straight up, dude, don't forget to ask him. And yeah, I hope it works out really well. I'm gonna be tuning in. So definitely gonna be watching the show. So I hope you have a good show, and I hope you have a good rest of the week, dude. Or actually beginning week. Yeah, beginning of the week. It's so crazy. I'm not used to Sunday still. But yeah,
I'm jealous of you with the job now, bro. I tried that shit, failed miraculously.
You know, it's one of those things like I've been doing freelance work for a bit, and it always feels nice knowing that you have a steady pace of income rather than like guessing where your next check's going to come from. So that's a positive, huge positive. But yeah, I just want to be able to grow and make it work, and I'm super happy to have this job. But yeah, guys, I want to say thank you, everybody that's out there in the world. Thank you for tuning in with us, and to all our extraordinary listeners, those of you that watch and dedicate your time to being and hanging out with us and downloading our episodes and joining along. I appreciate every one of you. And we hope you have a great week. Go in there strong, hustle hard, and we'll see you guys again here next Sunday, Average Boys Podcast, 8 p.m. And don't forget, Adam Collections Podcast, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., Friday night. Ramsey Ramirez is going to be a great show. We'll hope to see you guys next week here. Have a good week. Be safe. Wash cake holes. It's going to be great. And yeah, we'll see you. Peace.